The Storytellers Festival is a third-party event on Steam curated by 2.5 Studios, which is an indie outlet from Australia. They make their own visual novels and also host this event each year, which aims to highlight games that place an emphasis on storytelling. As you can see from this quick scroll through the event page, there are stories across a wide variety of genres. Some of these games do focus entirely on storytelling, while others use a mixture of story and gameplay elements. Either way, it's nice to have an event focus entirely on the narrative aspect of games because with the live service culture that is dominant in the industry right now, it can be tough for smaller studios that are making narrative games to find a large audience. The event features more than 400 titles, and that includes games that have already been out for a while as well as upcoming games. In this video, I have handpicked 5 upcoming games that I found to be interesting and all of which have demos available right now. Please note that the event runs until February 25, 2025. So depending on when you're watching this video, the demos for these games may or may not be available. That decision is usually taken by the developers. Now, in alphabetical order, here are 5 upcoming games to check out in the Storytellers Festival. The links to each of these games' store pages can be found in the description. First up is Abashed, developed by Lava Point Games. I covered an earlier build of the demo for this game recently on my channel and liked it a lot. That demo has now been expanded to include one more section of gameplay, and it continues the story of Isaac, who suffers from psychosis and is searching for his missing partner. Featuring a mixture of exploration and puzzle solving and backed up by some excellent writing, Abashed promises to deliver a memorable story. Next up is Anomalistic Revolution, developed by Yumi Game Studios. You play as Sei, a software engineer who has created a software called TrueCrafter, which can answer any question correctly based on the input it is given. And yes, that sounds very similar to ChatGPT. You want to use the software to solve the mystery of a crater that has appeared in the city, and you also fight demons in your nightmares. It is an unusual mix of gameplay elements, and all of it is presented in an anime-inspired art style that looks quite unique. Speaking of unique art styles, the next game on the list is Kane, which was showcased at last year's Summer Game Fest. Developed by the Game Bakers, this is a mountain climbing survival game where you play as Ava, a pro climber who wants to reach the summit of Mount Kami, which no one has done so far. Along the way, you discover the stories of various companions and also learn more about the mountain's history. Then we have Fishbowl, developed by I Miss My Friends Studio. Its premise can be summed up by one line that is given in its description: figure out life one day at a time. You play as Alu, a young video editor who is working from home for her very first job and has recently lost her grandmother. Over the course of a month, you follow Alu's journey as she learns to deal with the intricacies of everyday life while also taking time to unpack memories from her past. Finally, we have Misgiven, developed by Symmetry Break Studio. Described as an introvert's experience in an extrovert's world, this is a sci fi game set in the future where people's identities are seemingly tied to the masks they wear. You play as Cassandra, a space adventurer who comes across a stranger's mask in a city full of toxic gas. The mask belongs to a person called Kasturi, and you need to explore what happened to her, all the while wearing her mask, pretending to be her. These were just 5 of the more than 400 titles featured in the Storytellers Festival. If you liked what you saw, please remember to wishlist the games on Steam. The links to the store pages can be found in the description, and you can also check out all the other games featured in the festival. Thanks for watching.